They're taking AI-generated content, putting AI-generated heads on these people, and now we just got fake humans doing sports? That is wild. Oh.
I mean, if Pat McAfee is mad, maybe we all need to be mad. In our spotlight today, Sports Illustrated is the latest publication under fire for reportedly using content on his website generated by artificial intelligence and AI-generated authors. On Monday, the Futurism website reported that Sports Illustrated used stories for product reviews that had authors that could not be identified except on the Sports Illustrated website, and that some of those content creators on the Sports Illustrated website were using profile photos that were for sale on a website that sells AI-generated headshots. Yeah. So the Arena Group, the parent company of Sports Illustrated, is saying those claims are not accurate. They said that in a tweet, but also saying in part that the articles in question were product reviews and were licensed content from an external third-party company, Advon Commerce. Advon has assured us that all of the articles in question were written by and edited by humans. The statement goes on to say that Sports Illustrated did learn that Advon had writers use a pen or a pseudonym in certain articles to protect author privacy. Actions we strongly condemn. So Sports Illustrated then later said that they removed all of their content from the website and that they have since ended their partnership with Advon Commerce. ABC also reached out, and we have not heard back yet. So I want to bring back our panel, Mike, Sarah, Christina, and joining us is our ABC News contributor and op-ed columnist for the LA Times, LZ Granderson. And LZ, I have a feeling that you have some strong feelings about this. What does this do? I mean, Sports Illustrated used to kind of be like the standard for sports journalism.
It wasn't kind of the standard, it was the standard. And the writing was the reason why it was the standard, which is why I and so many other sports journalists and journalists in general are just so upset that it's Sports Illustrated, because it was a beacon. True, it said sports, but the writing was so universally appreciated that it stretched across many disciplines. And so this one really hurts. And, you know, it's another wake-up call for us in this industry, because just as we saw our brothers and sisters with the Actors Guild, as well as the Writers Guild and Directors Guild, content creators, even journalists, are vulnerable to AI and corporate America and corporate media trying to squeeze every last dime out of us, or sometimes not even including us.
I mean, and you're so right about that. I mean, I actually remember, like, I loved getting on a plane with my new Sports Illustrated, and I remember vividly this Tim Lincecum article I read. I mean, it spoke to my heart. And Sarah, there is a place sometimes for artificial intelligence, but in this case, with these accusations, it's a tremendous threat to journalism.
Well, this is affecting other industries as well. I'm a lawyer, and we're seeing lawyers try to cut corners, send in a motion to a judge that they clearly had ChatGPT right. They're coming up with hallucinated cases in some of those motions. Judges are having to issue orders, either banning the use of AI in their courtrooms or saying that any use of AI or ChatGPT-like programs must be disclosed to the court, because you had court personnel trying to chase down cases that didn't exist. It wasted a lot of time.
Wow. Wow. And Christina, to you, a lot of publications are deploying artificial intelligence. To Sarah's point, that some people are using it for research or for graphics, but there's also a case going on in New York City right now with some of the most well-known authors that are very concerned about this, like John Grisham and Jodi Picoult.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge with what we saw especially happen, you know, Sarah mentioned lawyers, we're talking about journalists, we're talking about authors, content creators, but especially for journalism, this is also a question of ethics and integrity. When I get my news, I like to know who the reporter is behind it, right? Because they have a certain code of ethics that they operate under. And when it's under AI, they're not operating under any code of ethics. And we're living in a time when people already distrust media, where they're getting their information, and this is just going to spur that and grow that. And so this is why it's so dangerous, and also why it is so good. I think the hope I see is the Actors Guild, the Writers Guild, fighting to protect their authenticity, their ownership, their name, their creations. And I would love to see that extended to journalism, because I think we're going to continue to see this. If this made it to Sports Illustrated, we don't even know everywhere else it is or it already is.
Right, and the public needs to be able to hold their journalists accountable as well. Mike, this is clearly a scary revelation for some, though, but do you agree with Christina that this could create a lot of distrust for people in terms of journalism and media? And I kind of feel like there's already a ton of distrust there right now.
One, yes, there is a distrust in media, but I've been waiting for this moment to come in terms of crossing this frontier. I call this what's called fast journalism. I think it's important that we know the distinction that this wasn't actually in the magazine itself, but it was on their website and in particular on reviews. I've always thought when generative AI started coming through, and that's essentially what ChatGPT is that media and publications would use this to cut corners, and particularly those who have blogs, work in the blog space, and get stories and articles out quickly in the digital space, that they would start using generative AI in order to create fast articles and fast journalism to respond to things quickly. But now what they're realizing with this lawsuit that's coming out and what's highlighted in Sports Illustrated is that you cannot replace humans and the human touch when it comes to nuance, when it comes to writing. So I'm not necessarily so much afraid that generative AI was to eliminate actual journalism, as it is more so a cautionary tale to media companies that you actually can't cut the corners and not use real human beings as journalists because you have to be able to get the nuance as established with it.
Yeah, don't outsource that reporting. Mike, Sarah, Christina, and LZ, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.